Guys, I hope your year 2020 ended well, and I wish you a happy new year. We are in We Try It channel, and in this video, we will make a brief review on JavaScript data types and variables. So let's get started. JavaScript provides different data types to hold different types of values. There are two types of data types in JavaScript. For first, we have the primitive data type, and later we have the non-primitive data type. The JavaScript primitive data type, we have 5 of them. They are as follow. We first have string data types that represents sequence of characters, like for example, hello. We also have a number data type that represents numerical value like 1 or 100. Later on, we have Boolean data type that represents Boolean value is either false or true. We have also the undefined data type that represents undefined value. And finally, we have the null data type that represents null, that means no value at all. As for the non-primitive data type, we have the object data type that represents instance through which we can access members. Later on, we have array data types that represent a group of similar values, and then we have the regex data type that represents a regular expression. Later on in the future videos, we'll learn more about those data types. So here our aim was just to cite them. So let's move to variables. A JavaScript variable is simply a name storage for location. It stores data according to their data types. But JavaScript is a dynamic type language. It means that you don't have to precise the data type. To write the data, you just need to write the word var. Just need to write the word var followed by the name of the data type. The name of the variable, pardon. So in JavaScript, we have two types of variables that are local variable and global variables. But first, there are some rules to follow to declare a variable in JavaScript. The first rule is the name of JavaScript variable must start with a letter, that is small a to z, or capital E to capital Z. So you can have any letter, the underscore, and the dollar symbol. The second rule is that after first letter, we can use a digit. So you can have a variable name like A12. That is a good name. Also, JavaScript variables are case sensitive. So if I write x equals to 12 and I alert x, capital X, it will show no result. Let's test this. So here we have var x equals 12 and alert capital X. Here you see that we have no results. But if I change capital X to small x, then we have 12. So, as we said, there are two types of variable in JavaScript. We have the local variable and we have the global variable. To make the difference, we'll just try code. Since we are in the try channel. So we write a small code with two little functions. We will see functions in future videos, but here I will use two little functions to greet. So let's write variable a equals to John. Then I write the first function, greet1, that function we have variable b equals to hello, and variable c that equals to b plus a. Then I allot c. The second function will almost do the same thing, so I will just copy and paste. I change the name. Here, instead of hello, I will have hi. Then I call greet1 and greet2. So basically this function declares a variable a that's equal to John. Like we said previously, we don't have to precise the data type of a variable. So JavaScript will dynamically assign to variable a the data type string, since we wrote as a value of a string. If we wrote instead a number like 12, a will have been declared as number. So here we declare and initialize a as John. We write a function greet that defines the variable b hello, variable c that will be a plus b, and allot c. So basically, if I make the result here, what's happened? I see at first hello John, and then I see hi John. Let us put a little bit of aesthetic there. Okay, so as a result, we have hello John and hi John. So what happened? Here we have the same variable name b and c declared in two different functions. Since b and c is declared in function greet, it is a local, those variables are local variables to the function greet. So when greet, the function greet1 close, the value of a and b just got wiped out. So when we declare variable b and c in greet2, we just have another value. We can assign to them another values. But as variable a is outside greet1 and greet2, variable a becomes a global variable, so it is accessible to all the functions of the code. Variable c and b in greet1 are just accessible for greet1. So let us test a little bit. We have nothing here in b. So if b were a global variable, b, the value of b would have been transferred to greet2. But we declared b as a local variable of greet1, so let us see the results. Here we have hello John, and we have nothing for greet2. That's because the value of variable b is missing. So here we have the variable b as a local variable for greet1. So if we want to use b again in greet2, we need to declare it and give it a value. So that's basically the difference between global variable and local variable. A local variable is used only in a particular environment, so that is the function. And the global variable can be accessed everywhere in the code. I hope you like this video. Just subscribe to get updated for more.